Hello? Okay, there we go. Testing, testing. Seems to work. Titanic will now haunt my dreams. Happy Friday. Yeah, kind of needed to squash it down a bit. Because it doesn't feel satisfying. Like, this is the real scale. And it just feels off to control it. And I do want this to be like heavily stylized. So if I squash it down by 40%, it does feel a lot better to control. But yeah, it is definitely interesting. It looks so chunky. Small and chunky. Floating. Well, yeah, it is floating because of the water, but I think it's too high above the waterline. Hello, Mr. Sierra Romeo. It's Friday again, indeed. That means a chill Friday stream and a cold one. So, hope you're enjoying your Friday as well. After I started a session last week, I managed to install Unreal on my manager MacBook. Oh, right. Cool. I've never used Unreal on Mac before, but some of my students did. And as far as I could tell, they didn't really have an issue with it. So hopefully that works decent enough for you. What was I supposed to do? Yeah, I was supposed to lower it. Let's try it out. Adjust the frame rate to raise to my age. I got 8 FPS on a 2018 MacBook. Oh wow. Shoot, I'm getting used to it now. Yeah, I was the exact same because when I looked at it, let me pull out like the proper scale here. Because I was so confused. After staring at this for a while, I thought that this was the stretched one because it seemed so long. Yeah, so we squashed it down by about half. We can squash it down even further. Oh, damn. I mean, from the front, you can barely tell a difference. But then you go to the side. Hello, Savokar. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. spec of your dev machine? Oh, I hate that question because I always forget it. I know I have a 39-day graphics card, but like the rest of it, I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember. I can check that though, because even though I'm a game designer, I'm horrible with like everything computer related. Oh, is there something I shouldn't show here? No, it's fine, right? So I got a 12th gen Intel Core i9 processor, 32 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah. I did buy the PC with 16, but I upgraded it to 32. Just so, also because I could stream, but also so I can watch shows and stuff while I'm working. The graphics card is a RTX 3090. How are you doing? I'm doing very good, Sauger. How are you doing? I'm excited for Friday. And we'll see if we can get anything done today. What has been annoying me more and more lately is actually the angle. Because I think the angle is too... I'll just show you what I mean here. So this is the angle of the camera, but I am considering lowering it even more, just to see what it looks like. Okay. I'm not too sure. I'm doing well. Fantastic. That's good to hear. For fun, let's just see what happens if we lower it even more. Okay, we suddenly got a very weird angle. Also, I was supposed to make the materials on Titanic two-sided, because the water material, well, sorry, the water simulation works much better on two-sided. Okay, so this is two-sided. This is not. Let's see. We got Candy Mountains. Oh, these are some texture streaming stuff. It'll fix once I restart the engine. Looks kind of cool from afar though. You mentioned students. Do you also do remote trainings? No, earlier I've been a on and off teacher to media students in game design. I am considering though maybe making like a course or something to educate online, because I really enjoy education. And let's change this camera angle. It's horrible. So I wanna develop some abilities now, which are going to, like, the abilities that the Titanic ship is going to have. Though, okay, so here's my idea with this project. We're going to have like a bunch of different ships and submarines and stuff based on real life ships and submarines, and their abilities and weapons and such are going to be unique to each ship, and they're going to be based on real life, like the real life story and the real life specialities that the ships or submarines had. So I'm gonna try to do that without crossing any ethics. Like, I don't want to disrespect anything, though playing into ice as an element for Titanic would be cool, if that makes sense. Like, in different fantasy games, you have like ice types and ice characters and stuff, and it would be cool to make Titanic into like a ice princess kind of character ship. I mean, the concept is off the charts. I know. I'm not 100% sold on how to do this, but I'm going to use Titanic as an example, as that's most relevant to my channel, at least. Shame on you for that pun. Which pun? I don't think I meant to say a pun. So no pun intended, literally. Playing at the ice. Oh, that actually was a fun I did not intend to make. Though now I wish I would have done that because that's actually genius. Okay. So I asked this question in my Discord because I was uncertain if this is crossing at ethics in any kind of way. Though I don't think so. I mean, I'm not making fun of everything. It's more like referencing, I guess. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain, but I think we're just gonna go with it. If someone gets offended by this, I don't know what to say. At least I'm not meaning for anything. Also, my limited English is definitely going to make it harder to explain. Okay. I know, just as I'm talking about ethics. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Weaponized Titanic. I mean, if you haven't seen the last streams, this is going to make no sense at all. But yeah. No, this is not Echoes from the Deep, by the way. This is a completely different project. This is just like a unrealistic thing I'm doing solely for fun here. Why did Smith never think about that? True, he could have used torpedoes to just blast away the iceberg. Yeah, so if you missed the last couple of streams, this is not a game per se, but I am kind of working on a small prototype, which is just a fun arcade game. It's not serious, it's batshit crazy, to be honest, and it's basically League of Legends, I guess, just with real life ships. And we're going to make it fun, we're going to make it crazy, and yeah. It isn't. I thought it's already finished. Looks very good. Yeah, well, we got some stuff done. So my main idea for this is it's going to be like a multiplayer game, so multiple people can log on into a match, and so there's 2 teams. This is just on the top of from the top of my head, by the way, and you're going to like take over control points, I guess. And each ship are going to have unique abilities, and those abilities are related to like the real life counterpart of the ship. Hello Connor, welcome to the stream. I'm doing very good. How about yourself? Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so like every ship is going to be based on real life ships, and they're going to be handled like a character, almost like a character in a arcade video game. What is Titanic ability? Submerge. Okay, so that is exactly that's not what I'm going for, but that is the concept behind all of this. So like the abilities are going to be unique to each ship, but they're going to be loosely inspired by the real life ship history, or like their specialities. Like let's say the Bismarck needed like freaking 15 ships and 14 airplanes to bomb it, so maybe Bismarck is immune to certain weapons and stuff like that. HMT Olympic with a special ramming function. Exactly, so as I said earlier, this is not to mess with the real life story of the ships at all. And I think you guys know that. This is just a small thing for fun. It has nothing to do with the lives lost in the real life history. This is just a small thing I'm doing for fun. So I do have an idea for Titanic's abilities. HMS Britannic is a minesweeper. Yeah, I mean stuff like that, right? So actually, I think one of my favorite fonts is not here. Okay. I hate using standard fonts, anyways. So for now, I'm going to follow. For those of you that know, this UI is stolen from League of Legends, and this is kind of inspired by League of Legends as well. So we're going to follow that same formula. So we're gonna have one passive ability, and 3 normal abilities, and 1 ultimate. Ultimate is like something you can use not very often, but which is very powerful. Passive abilities, obviously something that's passively on all the time, I guess. I'm so glad you're overcoming social anxiety and finally showing your Scandinavian mug. A mug? We're talking about this mug? Time to relax with my favorite game, Maritime History on steroids. I mean, it is a fun concept to me. And as I said, this is probably not going to become like a full game, but I am honestly having a lot of fun with this concept right now. Okay, so I do have some ideas for the chip. Okay, first of all, let me make sure that all the abilities work. Because I made some abilities already. I just need to... Because they don't seem to work for some reason. I'll just make sure they work real quick. Okay, so that was easy. Okay, so I got 3 abilities right now. They're not related to anything. I was just messing around. So the first ability I've made, which is not Titanic's ability, just some random abilities I made. It's like a dash ability, which deals damage, like ramming damage to enemy ships. I'll show you. Let me just go back to this other ship here. So if I blast through this ship now using my ramming ability, I did nothing. Okay, so it's broken. It's broken. I haven't fixed it. The second ability is a shield that blocks incoming projectiles, and you can like control the shield with your mouse. Not sure what ship that could fit. Something based on shields. And the last ability is my favorite, where you can launch mines at a certain location. So the mines deal 0 damage now, but The idea is you can launch mines, and after a couple of seconds they're going to be invisible, and when enemies drive over them, they're going to activate. Titanic should be the OG ship top tier. It's a cherry on top. I mean, it's Titanic, and people should go, "Wow, he has this." Yeah, I agree with that actually. It should be immensely expensive. You need to grind this game for like 70 hours just to get it. Dual shields for the ships with double hulls. Ooh, good idea. Hi Herman, how are you? I'm doing very good, Sas. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. I hope you're doing fine as well. Okay, so the idea I have for Titanic's abilities is that the main weapon is like a frost, well, a sort of a ice missile that you can launch, sort of like the missiles here, but they're going to be ice. And when you hit a enemy, they're going to be slowed for a short duration. But if you hit them 3 times in a row, or something like that, they're going to freeze, which will stun them for, I don't know, stun them for a couple of seconds. And then you have another ability, which is basically this ramming ability here. And this ramming ability is going to do like double or triple damage to frozen ships, just to like give it some synergy, I guess. And frost turrets because Titanic, obviously ice, and ramming because Titanic did a ram into ice. And yeah, the ice did more damage to the ship, but I'm sure Titanic did some damage to the ice as well. Would be funny if the Titanic can spawn iceberg that your enemies will ram into. You're exactly talking about the next ability I was going to say. So this mine ability here, I'm thinking something similar on Titanic. Except, let's say Titanic is being chased by another ship. So when I use this ability, I'm just going to... Oh, wow. I'm just going to spawn, like, small ice flakes that kind of goes out from the ship. And other ships that are chasing you, if they collide with the icebergs, they're going to take damage. The Titanic hits an iceberg and another ship sinks, not the Titanic. I mean, as I said, it's going to be a batshit crazy game. Okay, so let's... I'm just going to write down my ideas here. Shoots a ice missile. Achievement made, rewriting history. Yeah, we also need a name for it, I guess. This movie should last for 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Or 2 hours and 40 minutes. Is there a thing / feature that you absolutely hate about Unreal? Good question. Okay, so there's nothing I hate per se, though I do think metahumans are not ready to be published, if that makes sense. Because I've been working a lot with metahumans, and they're so freaking buggy to work with. So I think it's weird that they decided to release it so early, because I really think it's in a state that it's basically it's not unusable at all. But I would not use it for characters or any released games other than rendered cinematics. What should the ice spawning ability be named? Iceberg right ahead. Because what I'm thinking, right, is... Let me draw this. So let's say this is Titanic. It's beautiful, I know. Oh my god, that's so terrible. And it's like... It's going this way. So when we use like the ice thing, it's going to spawn like icebergs in a pattern, sort of like this. Like it kind of just sprays out different ice flakes. Sort of like a minefield, except it's an ice field. Oh, yeah, that's a name. Ice field. Thank you. It's really fantastic. Those are called growlers. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's like different names to different icebergs. Ice field. On the topic of metahumans, if considering another way to make NPC models for Echoes from the Deep, would DAS 3D work? It could also give the NPCs a slightly stylized look if desired. DAS 3D. Let me search that up. I don't know what that is actually. I've actually never heard about this. I mean, it looks good though. I mean, yeah, maybe. For sure. Yeah, so I'm either way I'm gonna wait a bit because I hope metahumans will be better optimized. Hello Philip, welcome to the stream. Will the ice field ability freeze enemies or slow them down as they have to break through the growlers? I guess once they hit them, they're going to take damage, and that will, like the collision there, will automatically slow them down, I guess. But I'm not sure if you're going to do like this slow right here. Or maybe. But that could potentially be pretty broken, because if they hit 3 ice flakes, then they're going to be frozen, and then Titanic can turn around and ram them. Like, ramming on Titanic is like going to be the signature ability, I guess, because everything is playing around the ramming ability. Ultimate ability, Titanic turns to a ghost ship to become immune to damage and small obstacles. I was actually thinking something very similar. To name the ability Unsinkable, and making this ability very similar to yours, that it cannot take damage, it's going to gain more health. Or, no, that does make sense. Yeah, so like, it's going to be immune to damage. That is something I'm pretty certain we're gonna do. What are you working on? I'm working on a small, stylized, batshit crazy naval warfare game. It's just a small concept I'm working on now. It's going to be a mix between World of Warships and League of Legends. So it's kind of going to be like League of Legends, just with ships and submarines based on real life. I love the Titanic jokes. Yeah, I really enjoy like just the thought process of coming up with batshit crazy abilities that have a context to the real life story. And this is just one ship. We're going to do the same to like multiple ships. Batship crazy. Oh my god. That's actually genius. Batship crazy. I did have a name in mind. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, because that also had like the shit explained, well, exchanged with ship. What was that? I'll come up. I'll figure it out eventually. Is the punching bag ship SS Campania? Okay, I've never heard about Campania, unless you're talking about Carpathia. I don't know. So I also had a couple of ideas for Carpathia. Like, or Britannic, I guess. Carpathia and Britannic can be like healers, because Carpathia rescued a lot of people, and Britannic, as we know, was a hospital ship. So making them some sort of healers would be interesting. What ships do you have in mind for the game? The most famous ones, I guess. They don't have to have sunk, I believe, but they need to have like an interesting trait to them, or something unique. Because I am trying to make the ship into characters, almost, if that makes sense. Yeah, so become immune to all damage. I mean, this is a very boring ability, but we can expand on this. We do need a passive ability, though. Like something passive that is completely unique to this ship. Maybe it could deal like every time it's ramming, it does more damage than other ships. Or we could do something when it sinks. Like if it sinks. No, that doesn't make any sense either. I was thinking about like if it sinks. Let me show you the sinking animation here, which is actually kind of cool. Like when it sinks, maybe it spawns like a lifeboat or something, and if that lifeboat can survive for X amount of seconds, you're going to respawn. No, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna start with the ice missile, I believe. Imagine a game with those carry. That's very hard for me to pronounce. Caricature models. I know what you're saying though. So real yet cartoonish, where you buy your ship and sail between ports, hauling passengers, multiplayer. As you as you progress by buying better ships. Oh yeah, like that. Isn't that already a game? Maybe I'm mixing it up. When it sinks, it explodes and damages nearby ships. I mean, that would make sense to give to ships that have a history of exploding or like something like that, you know, that's like the concept context of the real life history here. Not that I have heard of. Okay, maybe I'm mixing it with something else. But basically like a uh, transporting game, like a chill idle game. I've already drawn up an idea for something like that, and out of a corporation reading the chat and doing it. Yeah, I'm sure there's huge corporations watching my streams. Bethesda is here, Pixar is here. Pixar doesn't make games, but either way. And Supermassive Games, Epic Games for sure. I can guarantee you that tomorrow there's going to be like a press release of a batship crazy game. Did you finish the horror game? No. Still kind of working on it. But I'm taking a break from like so serious stuff, which is why I started prototyping this, because I just want to make something fun, something where I don't have to focus on photorealism and I don't have to be so serious and stuff. Now I can just go crazy. So I'm just taking a break from it. Players join server with the ship they bought, sail around, competing for passengers. Oh, like that. Ooh. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. Performance art style for batship crazy is perfect for that. Well, it isn't really an art style. I mean, it is the exact, like, it's just a model of Titanic that I just kind of squished down. So if I do like this, it's going to come back to its original size. I've had an idea and I've drawn it up in one time, but I'm nowhere near the ability to actually make it, at least not now. I'm going, but I'll be back. Give me 20 minutes. No problem, Philip. Appreciate you being here. So I'm thinking for the art style, well, art style, sorry, for the ice missile, we can definitely just use this. Make it blue, make it more icy. Where do we have some ice abilities? Actually, I think... Sorry for speaking over myself, but I do think I have some ice stuff. I need to sign in. Hello, just tuned in. What the fuck is going on at Titanic Speedboat Racing? Okay, so I get that it's very confusing if we're coming in here without any context. But no, we're making a stylized game under the working title Batship Crazy, which is going to be a mix between World of Warships and League of Legends. So I'm basically making a MOBA game just based on real life ships. So we're giving each ship their own abilities and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, if you come in here without no context, it's gonna be very weird. That's madness. I like it. Exactly why I'm enjoying it as well. Because I've been making so much serious stuff, and it's fun to just go batshit crazy. I'm gonna say batshit crazy a lot. Oh, I was muted that whole time. So what I was saying, I bought this particle effects pack some while ago, and we can take a look around here to see if we can find something that we can use for our ice abilities. Yeah, I was muted. Sorry about that. So what we can do is change this one to not be fire, but be like... what's that thing called that's so cold that it kind of smokes? I don't remember what it's called, but you can like put anything in it for a couple of seconds, and when you take it up, it's completely frozen. In every relationship, there is a person who stacks the dishwasher like a Scandinavian architect, and a person who stacks the dishwasher like a raccoon on meth. I'm not sure what to make of that comment, but sure. Dry ice. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, I guess it is. So first, I think we're just going to do that actually. So we're just gonna call this ice missile. And also, I'm not very good at particle effects. My knowledge here is very limited. So I do think I'm just going to change the values that I know. Okay, so let's change one layer at a time. So I guess we need to make a material for each. Yeah, we're gonna have to change these materials. It is Unreal version, yeah. Didn't know the particle editor is still in. Yeah, so this is Cascade. Well, this is Cascade. That's the old particle system. It's still in there. You can still use like the old assets still based in Cascade, but I don't think you can make like a Cascade system from scratch anymore because it's mostly Niagara. But I have no idea how to control Niagara. I do know a lot more about Cascade. So this is just an old asset pack that still uses Cascade. So I'm just actually going to duplicate this. And I think we can change the hue here to be more bluish. See how that looks. This is this one. Yeah. Same here, Niagara might have its benefits, but it's complicated AF. Yeah, it really is. Right, I'll be right back. Just gonna go get another drink. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes. And I got this fancy new thing so I can do this. See you in a bit, guys. Okay, we back. Right, so we got one part of our particle system here. So next, I guess we're doing this one. Uh, Question is though, can we, since this is a mesh, and we have like a bunch of ice meshes, maybe we could just replace the mesh with something like this. We'll see how it looks. Okay, so we need to change the material as well. It's weird that it doesn't apply the material automatically. Does not look good. Okay, there we go. That's actually better. So it kind of looks janky. Like very janky. I may actually regret this. you how this looks. If we can just remove like the glowing color, make the glove more bluish. Make the ice field a bit. I'll see you next time, Mr. CRM. Welcome back. Thank you for stopping by. See if this ability actually works. Okay, so it kind of works. Well, not really, but yeah. So I'm spotting it now. So it is like, why is it exploding though? read any good books lately? I haven't finished this yet. I'm still reading this, which is about Robert Ballard's life, and specifically on the time he found Titanic and Bismarck and his adventures down below. So I'm really enjoying that book. I lost it for a while, but I found it again, so I'm gonna pick up reading that again. Um, Other than that, I don't really read too much. There's a lot of books behind me here, but most of them aren't mine. But yeah, I used to read a lot when I was younger. But before I bought the Robert Ballard's book, I haven't actually read that much. Though it kind of reignited the spark for reading, so I'm definitely gonna do more reading when I'm done with Ballard's book. What about you, Derpy? Do you read? While contrasted foam texture hides the nice water sim underneath. I know it's all work in progress, but I'm a GFX guy. Yeah, I guess maybe. I mean, to be fair, the water simulations aren't that good. They're very low resolution. Do a turn here and pulse. Also, the textures are off now, so I'm just gonna have to restart. Will it be Titanic sized, or is it just a placeholder for the smaller two-niche ship? Um, so, I mean, if I go further with this, I'm definitely gonna make a new Titanic model, which is stylized, so it's based on the original design but heavily stylized. So this is just a regular Titanic model that I just kind of squished down to get sort of the look I'm going for. So, I mean, the reason I'm scaling it down is to get the scale. Because the scale is kind of important as to how movement feels and such. So yeah, around something like this is going to be the scale, I guess. Titanic. Yeah. I mean, stylized, you usually have like small, squished models, kind of blocky. That is what I'm going for. And I also fucked up the weapons now. That's so weird. I'm really uncertain on how to do this. Because like the way I had the weapons didn't really feel good. It was more confusing than anything. Now I think I also fucked it up. That's why I made a backup, in case I did something wrong. So we're gonna need to copy these. Put it not there. The mesh. Okay, the judgment hour is upon us. Have you watched A Night to Remember yet? Yes. No, I haven't. I'm sorry, I still haven't seen it. And I know, I'm a fake Titanic enthusiast. Also, I'm so confused because my streams are saying that there's 0 watching the stream, but there's obviously 2 people active in chat. So I don't know. But no, I am going to see it. I promise you that. I'm just not. I know, I just haven't really thought too much about it. Though I really want to see it though. Maybe I'm saving it for a special moment. I'm just sorry for me. It's such a great film. Yeah, when's it from again? 50s or 70s? Because I know there's like a bunch of different movies. One is from the 40s and the 50s and 70s. And obviously James Cameron's from the 90s. Why did this suddenly mess up? Oh, of course. Oh, I just got a genius idea to fix most of my issues. Because weapons here don't need collision, like at all. It's got no collision. Because of this got collision, so it's this one? Is there a reason why I gave this collision? No collision. From the 58, yeah. Yeah, I am going to watch it. I am going to watch it eventually. Oh no. What's happening now then? Gotta go. Great weekend to you all. Have a good weekend, Florian. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'm so confused. Aren't they supposed to be rotated? Okay, so now it works. Cool. Yeah, so I don't know if I like this weapon system here or not. But why am I suddenly lagging like crazy? Yeah, because like maybe it's going to be it's kind of confusing. Like you can aim your, obviously I made that so you can aim your guns to a certain angle so we don't shoot our own ship. They're just thinking, I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to play test that with a couple of people.